I think you got their attention, Andy.
Well, all right. I want to hear you say yeah. Yeah. I need to hear you say yeah. Yeah. I want to hear you say yeah. Yeah. Get out the way. There's a party in the house. There's a party in the house. Let's start the show. If your name is Duncan, then you know you got to go. Go chase Barbara Stanley neath the mistletoe. Now we're all in our places. Now let's all get down. Tear the roof off the sucker. Now let's all blow down. When I say oh, you say yo. When I say oh, you all say yo. Oh, yo. Oh, yo. Oh, yo. Oh, yo. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. If you all want to party like we do, if you all want to party like us, say ah, 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 ah. If you all want to party like we do, if you all want to party like us, say ah, 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 ah. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go. Whoa. Now I have your attention. Wait a minute. John, what do you got going on under the table over there?
Oh, come on, Andy. I thought that was my secret.
Now I've forgotten the name of John's dog. I was going to say his dog's under the table. I've forgotten it. You wouldn't have to. Sola, that was it. And that would be there. Funny thing. But I guess he's
nice,
not there.
nice. Red light, Andy.
You know, it's the power of suggestion. It's not actually what's happening. Anyways, attention's an interesting thing. When you think in these day and age of multitasking, you sometimes lose focus on the simple task at hand. Like how many people have walked into a store and purchased a package of gum with a $20 bill, found themselves on the phone, and then 15, 20 minutes later, you realize, I didn't get my change. You know, that sort of thing happens. Now, Tap, for example, has locked himself out of his office, I hear, several times in the morning while on an early morning conversation, animated conversation with Langron. What's that all about? You know, but it happens.
We all know.
That's what it is. You know, I had such a conversation one time. Yeah, I wish. Just once. It's just that. I was down visiting my son in Westfield, which is out in the Berkshires at college. So I leave there, I get on the Mass Pike, get a call from Lenro. He's going on about something, I don't know what it was. I get on the Mass Pike and I'm driving along. It had to be like a 20 or 30-minute conversation. And finally the conversation ends. I look up, I see, welcome to New York. I'm in New York. I had lost focus. You know. Now we had a power outage, back around Halloween time there, and up in Burlington, the buildings were out for a while. So I figured I'd go around and check the neighboring buildings to see, if they had any other information, if they had any news updates for us. So I go up to the hotel. I find that, they're out of service as much as we are. They didn't really have anything to share. But, all of a sudden, I really had to go to the bathroom. I couldn't wait. And everything is dark in there. So I go up to the bathroom. I walk in there. Just before walking in, I get a call from a tenant. Well, actually, it was a call from Ron, who's down the end of the table down there, saying, we've got this tenant in here that's sure we caused the power outage. Somehow we're responsible for the storm. Says, that's ridiculous, Ron, but, man, I really got to go. I'm going to let you go with it. And one thing I will not do in multitask, I will not take my phone into the bathroom. I just won't do that. So I go in there. I need the phone, actually, the light, to, make sure I can see it. It's black. So I get in there, I climb my way to the stall. I'm sitting down.
Too much information.
It's, you know, I know, but you know, I'm trying to, figure my way around. So it comes time to leave, right? So I'm looking for the supplies. I reach up there on the wall. Suddenly I pull out one of those wax bags. I said, I'm in the friggin' ladies' room. But fortunately nobody else was in there.
Maybe they were just real quiet.
They might have been. I easily slipped out the door there. You know, speaking of that whole line of things, let's speak about that. It's a good segue, I think. Would we all agree in the way of paying attention that sometimes architects don't always get all the details? You know, maybe, hey, here's a case in point. You know, our office was done over, and many of you maybe didn't see it when it was first done, but at that time, we did not have the glass door between the reception desk and the men's room. So they just didn't think of it. You know, they set all that stuff, and I think Brenda was the first one that called to my attention while she's sitting at the front desk. You know, she was actually counting people going in there. She'd hear the toilet flush, and she'd be listening to hear if she could hear the faucet.
You wouldn't shake their hands if they didn't know it.
If she heard a flush, if she heard no faucet, you were a marked man. You know, it was funny. You did not want to be on that list. The other thing is, right, you'd have a guest that would come in, right, and we'll just say Mr. Jones, I'm using an anonymous name. So they come in, go up to Betsy, might have been at the desk at the time. You know, I'm here for Mr. Jones. Now, Betsy would know that Mr. Jones was in the men's room because she had seen him go in there. She can't say, oh, let me call him for you. He can't get in there, but she knows he's there. Well, Mr. Jones is tied up, going to be tied up. He'll be out in a few minutes. Please have a seat. All of a sudden, Mr. Jones would come walking out, see the guy waiting there, and what's he say? Sorry to keep you waiting. The project I was working on took a long time. It got a little worse, right? You know, people coming out of a restroom, you're not always thinking of your surroundings, and you're certainly not expecting to be walking into a reception area of a company. So the guy would come walking out, and he might be fixing himself while without realizing what's going on. So picture this, right? You get Mr. Jones coming out of the men's room, and you got somebody waiting for him. Like that's what I said before. So Mr. Jones comes walking out, goes like this. Oh, hi, Bob Jones. All right, try to cover for himself and go, hi, Bob Jones. Try to work. Didn't always work out, but fortunately we noticed those flaws with that thing, and we got it all correct.
Yay!
It was a group effort, and you can see everybody's happy about that. I now have a visual presentation to share with you all.
We need to turn up the lights.
I don't know if we can see. That's a good point. Can we turn up the lights a little bit?
Up. There we go.
All you gotta do is ask.
All right, this will take a moment because I'll have to share it with the whole group, and describe what we're about to see before we actually see it. We recently did a good renovation, an excellent renovation in Burlington, Burlington 1.